Hey, what's going on, guys? LTX here, and I'm finally back with another video, another NR2003 video. Well, I guess for my case, another video in general. I haven't uploaded any actual content since I tried starting an NASCAR Heat 4 Let's Play, and I just got really bored of it because the game's not that great, so iRacing's better. But starting a new season with the 2020 car set on the 2019 mod, because I'm pretty sure the guys that made the mods just stopped because it was too expensive on their side or something like that. But still made the 2020 car set, which is really, really sick, so we still can do this sort of stuff. At the time of making this video, I've already done most of the signups. I think there's about 10 cars left. They're all pretty much back markers, except for the 47. For some reason, no one's claimed Stenhouse yet. That's a decent car. But I'm sure by the time I upload it, most of those spots, if not all of them, will be taken. But I'm going to go ahead and record this race, get it out there, and we'll get right to it. But I'm going to go ahead and just do the starting lineup while we wait for the command. Oh, that's a nice loud helicopter. In the back row, that's a 42-car field, by the way. In the back row is the 00 of Quinn Hoff, and the 49 of Chad Fincham, 51 of Joey Gase, 27 of Reed Sorensen, 95 of Christopher Bell, the 54 of J.J. Ailey, the 66 of Tanya Hill, 34 of Michael McDowell, the 32 of Corey LaJoy, the 17 of Chris Buescher, 43 of Bubba Wallace, the 15 of Brennan Poole, 52 of B.J. McLeod, the 6 of Ryan Newman, 16 of Justin Haley, 37 of Ryan Preece, the 88 of Alex Bowman, the 4 of Kevin Harvick, 62 of Brendan Gaughan, the 2 of Brad Keselowski, the 21 of Matt DiBenedetto, and the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the 13 of Ty Dillon, the 8 of Tyler Reddick, the number 1 of Kurt Busch, the 41 of Cole Custer, 24 of William Byron, the 77 car of Ross Chastain, 38 of John Hunter Nemechek, the 3 of Austin Dillon, 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 96 of Daniel Suarez. I don't care if he didn't make it in real life, he's racing in this one. The 12 of Ryan Blaney starting 10th, Kyle Larson in 9th, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano sharing the 4th row, Martin Truex Jr. starting 6th, Chase Elliott starting 5th, Denny Hamlin is starting 4th, Eric Almirola starting 3rd. On the outside pole for the race is Clint Bowyer in the 14, and Eric Jones won the pole for the Daytona 500 for, I don't know, there's no name for this series. It's the NR2003 2020 season. So, as I added too many seconds, I had to fill it up by talking in 5-4, and I'm going to silence my microphone for the command provided by the game. Did not sound like she wanted to be there at all. That was lame. In terms of how this race is going to go, they're not going to have pit stops. I'm sorry. Pit stops, I think, ruin the plate races in this game. They're going to have pit stops every other race this year, except for the plate tracks, except for the 2 visits to Daytona and Talladega. I just don't think they're a good thing. Hell, I might even go to Talladega once. It is so hard to produce a good race, a good, entertaining race for NR 2003. Hang on, let me move some things out of the way. For recording races. So we actually might experience some frame drops here, which is fine. Not often are we going to see this many cars like this. I'll take 40 frames per second. I still got to move some settings around, but this track really eats up GPUs, so that's fine. But no pit stops for today's race. I was really playing around with the AI settings, trying to make them crash a little bit, but not too much. Race close, don't get too far spread out. They're probably going to be spread out a little bit further than I would like. And as far as crashing goes, I had it to where they weren't crashing at all. And then I turned it up to where they did crash just every 8 laps, which I think is too much. So I found a happy medium. They might not crash at all, and we might only have 1 or 2 wrecks, but if we just have 1 big wreck, I am perfectly okay with that. It's the start of a new season. Hopefully I'll finish this one. I don't even know yet if I'm going to do all 32 races. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm going to do all 36 races because some tracks just don't work. I'm going to go through and test everything and weed out which ones I want to do and which ones I don't want to do. Don't expect anything with Bristol and Martinsville, honestly. But as the pace car pulls off, Eric Jones, the pole sitter, leads us down through the tribal to take the green flag, and we are racing in 2020. Ooh, that billboard is just right in the way. totally in love with that. To get down into turn 1, Chase Elliott already pushing Eric Almirola out to the lead, taking no time at all getting him out there. It's going to drop Eric Jones back a little bit. Almirola jumps up to the high side to go with them, and unfortunately I'm going to commentate over like it's something that's realistic. The EI just loves to go to the bottom, take the lead, and then just totally give it up and go straight to the high side, but just a product of a game made 17 years ago with people trying to keep it modern. It's actually going to be Joey Logano, who I believe started somewhere around 7th, leading the first lap. Kyle Larson's going to cycle through to the lead, and man, I'm experiencing some big frame rate issues. This is not running smoothly at all. I'm not too excited about that, but it is what. Let me turn off my second monitor. That didn't do anything. Oh well. As you can see, they are bumper to bumper. They are nose to tail all over each other. We got one pack there and kind of like a separate pack here, which is a little bit interesting. I never saw any separate packs like that. I never quite saw them split up. Ryan Blaney getting out to a lead. We'll see if he can keep this one, and he's going to go to the high side. So, safe to assume he's going to lose it. No, he goes back to the bottom. He is all out there on his own. That is quite interesting. He's built up a gap to the rest of them. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, really. They're all going to catch right up to him. Oh, my goodness. He is way out there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, doesn't help that Daniel Suarez is there in the middle, kind of tanking them up. And then we've got some rookies here on this inside. Well, not anymore on the inside. It was Chastain and Reddick, but Chastain moved. Now Chastain's in the middle. Doesn't look like he's going to get help because Olowski moves to the middle. Maybe he feels there's more opportunity there. And it is still Ryan Blaney out there just leading. Not much to say about it right now. I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to put Ryan Newman in this race for obvious reasons. I'd have to take him out or change his name or do whatever. Fortunately, Ryan Newman did not only pull through, but he just straight up survived. In this race, he's not running so hot right now. Back mired in 28. Probably, that's not up to date. It's probably somewhere around 30th, 25th there. But it doesn't really matter where you are right now. If you miss the wreck and if you're there in the end is what matters. Starting to see some new faces at the front. I was going to say Johnson is pushing Ryan Preece, but he kind of just went under him and screwed Ryan Preece. So Preece is out there left up to dry, except for the fact that De Benedetto jumped up there with them, and now they're all going to move down to the bottom. That's going to slot the 48 car in second, De Benedetto in third, Michael McDowell in fourth. Well, so he might be moving up a little bit. Yeah, he's going to go for a pass on De Benedetto. That's going to prompt De Benedetto to go under the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Oh, it didn't look like he had enough of a run to do anything. Blaney and Johnson both come all the way down the track to cover up that bottom line. Johnson in his last full-time season of Cup action looking to possibly make a statement in the Daytona 500. Although Daytona is not really the track where you want to, or I think anyone, or at least me, I don't benchmark a team's performance or how good they are at Daytona because Corey LaJoie up here running in the top 10. Trouble in the middle of the pack. They saved it. That was Eric Jones. Looks like he made contact with, I couldn't tell if it was Suarez. We still have the 00 on the apron here. This could be potential. Oh, God. He came back up in the middle of the track, and that's our first wreck of the day. That is, oh, no. Harvick's in the wall hard, and they might not be done there. Stenhouse is in it. Good. Chris Buescher's in it. Cole Custer already to the pit road. He is out of it. You saw Christopher Bell got some damage. That's our first caution of the race. Harvick's going to have to wheel it on the pit road to get that thing fixed up the best they can. Unfortunately, Quinn Hoff, definitely not the greatest move right there. I think he's actually going to get away relatively clean. But definitely going to have to go and take a look at that one. Although I think it's quite clear what happened. it's a wreck. So let's go look at it again. All right, we're back to look at the replay. One of my least favorite. Oh, hang on, I missed. Why am I? Hang on, I missed something. So it looks like it's one of my least favorite camera angles. Look, it starts up here with Denny Hamlin. Gets to the rear quarter panel of Suarez. Right there, I think that hooks him, and that's a chain reaction sort of thing. They make contact there. They come back up. Harvick gets to the wall there. What happens to the 00? He gets bent out of shape. He just moves down to avoid the wreck and gets trapped down there. Looks like he doesn't ever come back up. Perhaps he didn't think he had enough room, and then it just gets tragic. He comes back up the track and essentially cleans out that little pocket of cars. Hard hits all around there. Ooh, 41 of Custer with nowhere to go, and then you see Harvick. That's actually a really heavy impact, doing all he can to try and miss it. As we check it out in full time, yeah, there's Stenhouse. You see Harvick already on his way down the track. Custer just holding down the brakes at that point, nowhere to go, nothing he can do. We're going to take an on-board ride along with Chad Fincham. And Fincham's not even going to know what happened. He's like, okay, we missed the wreck. Oh, there it is. Some really heavy impacts there. We'll see it from the view of Harvick before it's all said and done here. So already receiving some minor damage, they were able to minimize it. Fortunately, here you see the wreck ensues. Oh, he actually clips him there, and he gets knocked around, and that is a huge impact. Could be some more complications from that coming in the future, but for now, we're going to get back to the pace laps and catch them before they go green this time. Back live at Daytona under pace laps for the first caution of the day, occurring on lap 6 or 7 or whatever it was. Ryan Blaney is your leader, Jimmy Johnson in second, Bowman third, Clint Boyer fourth, and Bubba Wallace in the 43 is in fifth place. 2 DNFs already. The 17 of Chris Buescher and the 41 of Cole Custer are out of the race. A few cars off the lead lap. You see they're still coming back out. Suarez trying to fix that car up. BJ McLeod there. Kyle Busch is a lap down. That is actually quite interesting. I'm not sure what for. But Fincham and Stenhouse did the best they could to get their cars fixed up. Harvick is somewhere back there. They tried to fix their car up. They did a decent job of it. He should be okay. He's actually in 12th. Anyways, Blaney taking us back green. We're racing again from Daytona. And if you couldn't tell, the graphics quality has gone down a bit here. I don't think I'm going to get 60 frames per second. We're going to get 50, 55. Oh, they're already wrecking. What on earth? Chastain is up and over. Christopher Bell's in it. And Stenhouse and Fincham are involved in another accident. I was not expecting that. Kyle Busch is against the wall. Kyle Busch has damage. Byron has damage. I hope the 00 of Quinn Houff wasn't a culprit here because he again has no damage. Discord's freaking out. Emmerich has no nose. I am absolutely confused. I have no idea what happened. They're going to race it back to the line here for whatever reason. Christopher Bell, the second rookie to succumb to the dangers of Daytona, he is going to be out of this race. Wow, I have no idea what happened. Laney wins the race back. Not a whole lot changed there in the top 5. Besides, we lost Boyer. He fell back to 6th. Move Haley up to the P5 position. And we're going to go take a look at whatever the heck just happened. Well, I don't know if appalled or disgusted or absolutely amazed are the words I can use to describe this one. But BJ McLeod, he comes in full blast, 160 miles an hour, and, well, quite simply cleans out Ross Chastain. I know he's got a lot of haters out there, so I guess he's doing the world a favor. I like Chastain. And chaos ensues. No one has anywhere to go. Chastain goes up and over. Bell almost wipes out the pace car, or Jones almost wipes out the pace car up there. But yeah, poor Stenhouse and Quinn Houff just got their machines fixed up, and they get involved in another wreck. There's Kyle Busch scraping the wall trying to get by. The 38 of John Henry Nemechek involved. There's another rookie. Man, we got a lot of... Daytona has not been kind of these rookies. We're going to take a full speed replay of the wreck now and see Chastain flip over in all of his glory. First flip of the season. Yeah, they just restarted like normal. Guys kind of pushed out, and here comes BJ McLeod. Looks like he's going to get away with not too much damage, too. Chastain goes up and over, holds the brakes, hits the gas, and look, he's away again. I think he's actually going to be able to continue this race with a fairly small amount of damage. I mean, if you showed me this car, I wouldn't have been able to know he flipped over. We'll take a look from Christopher Bell's point of view. Now, as soon as BJ McLeod passes, he knows this can't be good. He seems fine, and oh, that's out of nowhere. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. So an interesting situation, unfortunate for some, entertaining for us. We're going to go back green here in just a few moments. Shouldn't be any pit stops. Should be a quick caution. Back live at Daytona after one of the more bizarre cautions. Right off the restart, BJ McLeod fourth on the inside there. Interesting decision on his part to fly in and take out half the field. Fortunately, those guys on the inside don't have significant damage, so I don't think it's going to junk up the race too bad and slow everything down too much. But as we look throughout the field, lots of more DNS this time. Chastain's actually going to be out of the race due to a fuel leak, which doesn't really shock me at all considering he flipped over. 95 of Christopher Bell is out. 66 of Timmy Hill out. Chad Fincham and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all have retired from the race. There's your lap down cars right there on the inside, and we're going to go racing once again, and we'll see if this time nobody's here to take out the field. We are green, and the field sporadically spreads out right away. Going to be interesting. We're going to have a nice mixture of lap cars and non-lap cars, lap cars and lead lap cars at the front, excuse me. Blaney's actually going to use that to his advantage, leave the 48 and the 88 in the dust and go to the bottom. And Blaney has been strong the entire race. He's been a factor the whole time up at the front. Nice billboard camera. And I did make some graphical changes. It doesn't look like it's helping too much. Bowman goes under his teammate Jimmy Johnson for the second spot. Blaney was hung out there to dry. I don't know how much longer he can stay out there, or if these Hendrick cars are going to be fast enough. Oh, they're catching up. They're definitely closing. Okay. Well, oh, look how Larson almost gets turned now. They're really hooking each other. Looks like that was a product of the 52 trying to make his way to pit road. And now the 27 gets turned, and he's coming back up into the track. Oh, Hendrick runs into him. 00 runs into him. I don't think there's going to be a caution for it. Now, it looks like the race is going to continue because they kept it straight. But it's a wreck fest at Daytona so far. Dudes are hooking each other left and right. They can't keep it clean. Lots of guys almost got taken out in that last accident. McLeod is on pit road, probably where he should stay the rest of the race. Hopefully. He's already caused enough accidents. And because of the events on the restart, we've got a little 3-car breakaway. The 12 of Blaney, the 88 of Bowman, and the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Then there's Justin Haley, Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Larson. Larson actually almost just got destroyed just a lap ago, going to the trial. He was able to hang on to it, and instead of finding himself in the garage, he's running 7th. Suarez in the 96 car, a lap down. I think currently the first car eligible to get his lap back. Then you got some more cars built up behind him. I'm not sure what that was. Really hoping these guys catch this. Oh my goodness, they are hauling. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to catch them. They are going real fast. We're going to need a caution for sure if anybody wants to catch up to them. With how hard these guys have pushed and how hard they've been, well, it's just straight up turning each other. It wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't put it past these guys to bring out another caution here. And further back, who has lost the draft? Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, J.J. Yaley, and Corey LaJoie. Actually kind of ideal situations for the 54 and 32. 17th and 18th is pretty good for them. Newman in 19th, Brennan Gaughan in 20th. There's Eric Jones, William Byron. Byron with damage, not going to be a huge help to the 20 of Jones. Truex and Poole and Joey Gase, Ty Dillon off the draft. And all these guys are pretty much on their own. Kevin Harvick got back there and he can't really make his way back up, unfortunately. And look out, here we come. Looks like some of these stragglers have finally started to catch our lead pack. Especially now that they're going to have to get through BJ McLeod. Blaney goes high. Oh, Johnson reacted at the last second. Bowman. Oh, boy, what a mess. Hey, I think it's a good thing. They're all going to pack up a little bit better, and Blaney's out there to dry. So this will be a little bit interesting, I guess. Well, unfortunately, they all picked up B.J. McLeod. Hey, they'll pack them all up. If the 48 and the 12 are out there on their own and these guys get packed up, we'll actually have some good pack racing here. With those two out front, without any help, they should get caught relatively quickly here. McLeod now in the middle of the sucker hole. He's going to go straight to the back of that pack. So now we're really spread out here, but they all should catch up eventually. I'm just going through looking at the speeds of them. Yeah, these guys back here are definitely going faster. Blaney with no help at all. So unfortunately, the race not too exciting right now due to some certain events unfolding. They're quite spread out. I try my best to bring a quality Daytona 500, and unfortunately, it's kind of hard to do with this game. But here we go. Jimmy Johnson going for the lead, and he's going to go right around Ryan Blaney with the help of his teammate Alex Bowman. He got all the support he needs. It's a line of Chevys on the inside. Oh, it was a line of Chevys on the inside. Larson was going to go up to the top side behind Ryan Blaney with Ryan Preece. Faked him out and went low. That's going to stall out that run. And that's actually going to help the 48 secure the lead more. He goes up to block Blaney, but I guess he didn't think Bowman would have a run. Bowman didn't have help, but look at this. Bowman's on the inside now. He and Larson, just a duo, a tandem. Keselowski goes down there now. It's now a 3-on-3. Huge push from the 37 and the 12 to thrust the 48 out into the lead all on his own. Will he come down and try and clear himself of Alex Bowman? He can't. It's a Hendrick dogfight for the lead right now as we just crossed over the halfway point a couple laps ago. Bubba Wallace makes his way into the picture, and speaking of Hendrick cars, Chase Elliott looks to be trying to lead his group up as Bowman gets put in the middle, and now we're 3 wide. Now it's 3 tandems. Ooh, Johnson was going to go all the way to the bottom. I think that was his plan, but he couldn't get there. Larson had already made it there. Johnson's certainly showing in his last season that he's not going to be one to lay over, but that doesn't mean he's got this in the bag at all, as there's plenty of other guys like here, Brad Keselowski and Kyle Larson, that want the win just as much, if not more, than he does. Ooh, he gets hung out there to dry. Now it's going to let Keselowski really go. There's no formed up line except, well, I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. They're just switching around constantly. Now Bowman's in the middle there, stuck. And as these guys have been racing, this little second pack has slowly been catching. That's Chase Elliott, Logano, Eric Almirola, and Clint Boyer, DiBenedetto, Justin Haley, and Austin Dillon. It's a 14-car pack, and they should get a little bit more bunched up eventually. So there's 1 pack of cars here. That's our lead pack. We've got a various mixture. There's Kyle Busch and Suarez, or whoever's in the 51, a lap down. So they're all in distinct packs, and I don't think there's any. So we got the 00, the 13 of Ty Dillon. No, that's it. We got 3 packs of cars, pretty much. And oh my goodness, I don't know what happened to Kyle Larson. Oh no, they caught the 27. That's what happened. I was wondering, he was just in 3rd. How'd they get so spread out? Well, they caught the 27. And they're all spread out again. Who does that put back in the lead? Ryan Blaney. Who does that put in 2nd? Here comes Chase Elliott now. Chase Elliott, a new challenger for the lead. He was working his way up, and it looks like with a stroke of luck, he's found himself inside the top 5. Once again, separated from his Hendrick teammates. Now he's seeing competition coming up the inside from the Fords, pushing Bubba Wallace, the 43 car, up to 2nd with Almirola and Boyer behind him. And Elliott is taking a long, lonely ride to the back of this line until he can find a place to slot in. So Blaney, the beneficiary of catching Reed Sorensen. Doesn't look like, we've got Kevin Harvick and John Hunter Nemechek coming up, so that's definitely going to shake things up eventually. 15 to go. I'm going to need a glass of water after this thing. It is drying out my mouth to try and speak so quickly and keep up with this thing. I cannot wait for Daytona to be over. Can't wait to do Las Vegas. Man, that track is good. It has some good physics, some good racing. Every now and then we get a good wreck. It's a good, all-around good track. Tire wear is great. It'll be a fun one to record and a fun one to post for sure. Enough about that, though. Now it's a Ford takeover at the front. The top 3 are all Fords. 1 from Penske and 2 from Haas. All of the Penske one, Ryan Blaney, has definitely been the strongest car all day. as we enter lap 27. He has led most of the 27 laps. Not all, though. There's Justin Haley down on the inside. He's going to go around Clint Boyer. He's got help from Alex Bowman, and we got a little Hendrick train there forming up. I don't know if it's going to last. Probably not, seeing as the way they're already... Well, there we go. It died. The inside lane died with it, so... Almirola pushing the 12. Wow, Almirola pushing a Penske car out to a lead. Where have we seen that? And it looks like it's actually about to be eliminated as we catch the lap cars, and Almirola is on his left rear. That was scary. I thought he was getting ready to turn him. Oh, this is bad. They're all checking up. Oh, boy. Well, they all picked up Kevin Harvick. Blaney and Almirola went right around. Almirola goes to the inside. This is not good for them. They just had a huge opportunity to pull away and make it between them, because this pack had to slow down and pick up the slow cars, and now they're side by side. Oh, they're crashing! Harvick on his side. Keselowski's involved. Clint Boyer's involved. They're spinning. Harvick tumbling end over end. He's still flipping. Here comes the pack. Hopefully they don't hit anybody. He's still flipping, and he finally comes to a rest on all fours. And that's going to bring out a caution that we probably desperately needed as they race back. Who's going to get the lead? Ryan Blaney retains the lead. Almirola second. Alex Bowman's going to be third. And things have changed. Things have definitely changed. For one thing, Harvick's out of the race. I think Keselowski's going to get away with little to no damage. That is something we're going to have to take a look at the replay for. That was pretty wild. Definitely the most violent wreck of the day. Oh, it starts with Chase Elliott. I didn't realize that. Chase Elliott. He appears to hook the back end of Clint Boyer, spinning Boyer down into the two of Keselowski and up into Harvick. And Harvick, with another hard impact, unfortunately for him, goes up against the wall. And the 2 and the 14 really just cover spins. Harvick, is he right on his side? Well, that's interesting. I haven't seen that. But he rides on his side, and he starts tumbling, and he flips for a long, long time. This is not a Ryan Newman situation. Kevin Harvick is okay. And we'll get an in-car. This should be fun. If his day wasn't already done, it is for sure done now. Just an innocent bystander in all of this. And if you have epilepsy or if you're dizzy, you look away. Oh man, it's making me dizzy just watching it. Ouch. He's out of the race, but we've still got the race to finish, so we'll go back in a second. I'm not going to say that's what the race needed, but I think that's what the race needed. Get them all packed up. And look at this here. We've got no lap cars to mess up the field. It's just going to be a race to the finish. 8 laps to go when the leaders take the stride. Your top 5 is Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, Justin Haley, and Kyle Larson. The rest of the top 10, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Preece, Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Elliott. And we are racing once again. Green flag is back out. No crazy moves yet from the front of this pack. Oh, there goes Alex Bowman to the inside. We'll see if anyone goes with him. Larson does. He peeks out to the inside. And Blaney is going to be quick on the trigger to shut that one down. Still some guys not in this lead pack up here. There's a 38 of Nemechek, unfortunately holding things up, so we're not going to get packed up like I was hoping we would. But nonetheless, we needed a good reset. Blaney once again out there all on his own. He's just got so much speed right off the restart. He can hold it up there for a couple laps without any challenge. Although Johnson is laying on the back end of the 42 car, hoping to push him right up there and take a shot at Blaney as this thing gets down to the closing stages. Whoa, Johnson! Okay. Larson went back to the bottom. The 48 looked like he wanted to follow him, and he almost turned himself off Preece's nose. That kind of scared me. The angle scared me. He probably wasn't going to go down there anyways. But the moves helped Larson pull right up to the back of Ryan Blaney's bumper, and he is there. Could Blaney meet his matches? Larson dives to the inside. Neither of those guys have help. It's going to be which one of them can get the push first. Johnson and Preece rushing up to their rescue. It doesn't look like the 48's got anything there on the outside. It's going to be Preece getting to Larson. And unless Blaney can slide in, no, he can't. Kyle Larson's going to be your race leader. Actually, interesting. He goes up to block the 12s runner. No, he doesn't. He goes back down. It's kind of hard to predict these things. Excuse me. Lap 35 of 40. 6 to go this time. Larson seeming to be in control. Blaney leading the large majority of the laps. Is now falling back to third, fourth, looking for some help to try and make a run at them. But it's Larson out front leading the way. Nobody behind him to immediately challenge. Try to just look at speeds and see if I can determine anything. How the rest of the field is doing. Unfortunately, these guys were all kind of jammed up by the 38 car getting in the way. I don't think they'll come across any other lap traffic for the rest of the way. Larson wisely goes down to the bottom to prevent Blaney from possibly doing anything. Look out! Oh my goodness, I could not help but notice Bowman and Johnson kind of scaring us, almost turning each other. There goes Blaney to the inside, and it looks like he might have it here with how strong his car has been. But with how Larson was able to go up there and take it so soon, I wouldn't put it past Larson to have another shot at this thing before it's over. Blaney to the lead. Priest still playing pusher, running second. This time around, we have 4 to go. Blaney goes high to block any run that could come from out of there. Bowman goes to the inside of Priest. Perhaps he felt Priest wasn't getting the job done. Priest definitely wasn't creating anything exciting. So that's going to move Bowman up to the second position. We'll see if Alex Bowman can do anything. He goes all the way from the bottom of the tip to get right behind Ryan Blaney and catch the toe off his car. Definitely going to be some interesting things unfolding at the end of this race. Bowman stalking Ryan Blaney every step of the way with every move he makes. Coming to 3 to go this time. It is a small pack, but it has got a lot of fight in it. We cannot forget about Kurt Busch, by the way, who is running in the top 10 right there. Whether he's a factor to win, I don't know, but Kurt Busch, I'm pretty sure, was off the draft or in that very back pack at one point. He has made quite a nice recovery. He and Denny Hamlin. How about Justin Haley, too? Justin Haley's in third place. There's a very good chance he could finish 15th, or he could win the thing. Who knows? Bowman glued to the back end of Ryan Blaney's bumper. Joey Logano hitting a speed of 203 down the straight. Look out. Here comes some Ford Penske backup for the 12 car. Could he help his teammate get to the win? Bowman peaked low as if to try and do something. He didn't. He stayed right behind him. But here comes Logano. 2 laps to go. This time, Blaney is your leader. He has led much of the race. He's got to lead 2 more laps. Well, he's got to lead at least 1 more lap. That's the last one if he wants to secure the victory. It's a single file freight train for the top 5. And as I say that, they bust out. There it goes. Logano on the inside. Kurt Busch pulls down, and it looks like they're going to try and make something happen. I don't think they've got enough yet. White flag is coming out next time. Blaney still in the lead. No challenge from anybody yet. Logano definitely looking like he is not content with lining up behind these guys and just taking it and finishing second. They go up high. Logano stays low. Kurt Busch leaves him, and that is definitely going to hurt their shots of doing anything at all. I don't know if Bowman can do anything. Ryan Blaney's car has just been so good. Can Bowman do anything? Still running right behind him. The pack behind them getting antsy, trying to get all they can. Bowman just continuously staying tucked in right behind Ryan Blaney. Coming down into turns 3 and 4. Logano closing right up to Bowman's bumper. Can they do anything? Out of turn 4. Bowman's not going to do anything. He can't. Ryan Blaney. And a snoozer of a finish is going to come by and win the Daytona 500 to start the season. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic, but it's Daytona NR2003, so I'm working with my tools, doing what I can. Ryan Blaney's going to start the season off strong with a victory. And there's Kurt Busch. I was talking about Kurt Busch making a recovery. He ended up 4th. when it was all said and done. And how about Justin Haley? You know, a team like that, they're not going to get too many opportunities to go up there and run good, but here is one. They get a top 5 out of it. As the field wraps back around, we're going to take a look at our final finishing results, the official standings. Ryan Blaney with the win on today's race, starting his season off by locking himself into the playoffs. Alex Bowman in second, Joey Logano in third, Kurt Busch is in fourth, Justin Haley finishes fifth. Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson, 6th and 7th. Eric Almirola and Ryan Preece finishing 8th and 9th. And Bubba Wallace rounding out the top 10, finishing, 10th. Kyle Larson ended up 11th. Chase Elliott, 12th. Dylan, 13th. J.J. Haley, 14th. Good finish for that team. Brett Keselowski in 2nd. Eric Jones in 16th. The pole sitter was not able to stay up there, unfortunately. Matt DiBenedetto, 17th. Truex, 18th. Clint Boyer, 19th. And Joey Gase, 20th. Some other significant finishing positions. Quinn Hoff, after starting what he started earlier and all that nonsense, is going to end up finishing 26th. Kyle Busch relegated to a P29 finish after being tracked a lap down. And then we get down to our DNFs. A rough start to the season for Kevin Harvick and Kevin Harvick. I'm going to get to the rookies in a second. Kevin Harvick, championship contender. Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, all those rookies out of the race early on. Chris Buescher's not a rookie, but he is new to that 17 car, and they were hoping for a better start than that. Timmy Hill, unfortunately, got wrecked out. Chad Fincham, Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. Whatever ride he's in, looks like he's going to get wrecked out at Daytona, unless he wins. But, yep, that is all I have. I'm not going to do a whole points portion of this video yet, simply because these are the points. You're looking at them right here. Ryan Blaney is currently your points leader. I haven't even made the Excel document for it yet, so stay tuned for that. In the next video, we're going to Las Vegas next week for some intermediate track racing. Hopefully, that provides a better show than this one did. This wasn't a bad race. It was a decent race. It just kind of had a anticlimactic ending. By the way they were running in the last few laps there, I could tell that I didn't think Bowman was going to do anything. I think Blaney pretty much had the win locked up, especially with how he led, almost all the laps. But it is what it is, and I think for Daytona, it put on a good enough race to be worth posting. So, thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, because, that's the whole point we upload things, not because we like uploading them or playing games or doing anything. We just want subscribers and likes and comments and everything. That's not true, but it makes me happy when you do that, so go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.